Millions of Southeast Asian and Robinson all the way in Switzerland. You, the Black Fire Radio, and you're listening to Yes, my city, boy. Andrew Robinson, Jamaican brother there, reaching out to all the masses on the African continent. And to the Back in Big Show with your host, other than Joby from Monday to Friday.
Can't know different. Swimming out the wind, that's what I'm try again. But every time I feel, cause God always a listen. One day I have to win, that's why I'm try again. Tell me, working hard, life has been struggling. From a weird can't cope, I'm feeling somebody. Tell me how I'm gonna live. Be my complaint, but I'm not giving. I'll do it not sure. Me and God know I'm a dear girl. Want me to make a back flag out the town. I'm free, I'm a want to go to this and yes, me. And it's the first time, and I want to stop you, stay here, do it. I know myself, everything that's in my mind, do it. Isn't free, that's why I every day my hobby. Just a little girl from the dream. I shoot for the top and make up you want it. Every time I feel some kind of know. I swear we are away. Cause God always a listen. Me. Just want balance for mental enough. I stop telling myself some I don't put it off. I know like say I just know life I love. But we keep on pushing and don't ease up for. Even when I try to stay off the way, past is the most same way. Let me never live to see the day. You're my venture in it. Since I know me once alone, that's why me breathe. Every time I feel. Can't remember one day doing that's why I'm trying again. Can't remember swim off the rain. That's why I'm trying again. We have to try again. Win. Beside the wind. Them can't stop a thing, yeah. Them have myself, yeah.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, family. Karibuni sana for another beautiful episode of the Wednesday Lockdown Session. And of course, this is the Blackout Fire Network radio station, media of the 21st century. And of course, this episode is brought to you every Wednesday from 12:30 to 1:30. But my bad, today I'm kind of late, but I hope you guys are able to stick with me till the end of the show. Big up to everyone with me on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook page. I see we got Lob Smith, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Karibu sana. You're saying hello to you, Frida Channel. Hello to you, Geoffrey. Shout out to also we have Marcy. We also have Washi. Nakucheki, thanks for the compliments. I appreciate so much. And also I see we have Sokimao Kolok. Asante sana for tuning in. You're doing amazing this wonderful afternoon of Wednesday. I hope your week is coming out great. I hope the 17th day of January 2023 is finding you in great health and peace. We also see Mr. Blackout Fire Network in the building. Karibu sana. Hope you're doing great. And to everyone with me on the radio station, on the show page, I hope our internet gets to behave today. And also for everyone live with me on Rumble. I also see Lobs me say that una to drop here. All right. Okay. That is maybe towards the end of the show. I'll be able to check that because this is a conversation show, a talk show, not a music show. Okay. So I'll be able to check that later. But nonetheless, karibu. Karibu sana. Today we shall be talking about Kagame and Antony Blinken. And of course, Antony Blinken has been on the limelight for quite some, lately. He's been having a thing to say, especially when matters concerning Africa. I shared a video that was, I think, last week when we saw him talking about Israel. It's not supposed to be accused of anything or any genocide. These are destruction, but it's crazy. I don't want to talk about the destruction they are causing, which is in DRC Congo, because I see that they have met with Kagame, that is in Davos, and that they're supposed to be having discussions. And I'll be taking you guys through towards what they are literally saying or what they think is supposed to literally happen for Congo and Rwanda to have peace. And due to this, we shall also be seen because we have 2 soldiers who have already been killed by Rwandese. The Rwandese, I'm not certain if it's a Rwandese, the government itself, or the soldiers from Rwanda. But we have 2 soldiers from DRC Congo who have been killed by Rwanda authorities also. So I'll be taking you also through that, and I have a lot to say about this. It's been on a Wednesday lockdown station. I'm always here to run. So karibuni sana. I'm not sure if it cast this, but I want to talk about the Africa biggest oil refinery production that was to be starting in Nigeria. But we know when it comes to the production of oil, let us take us back to how Shell took over the Nigeria oil control, literally the control of Nigerian oil. That is just how simple I can put it. I remember that was 2 years ago. I've shared this video a couple of times, and which shows very well and breaks down very well how Shell managed to take over the Nigeria oil production and controlling it, and that up of people's life. But it is crazy when you have the richest man, or the richest man, yeah, I think it's in Nigeria. I'm not certain if it's in Africa, but I'm seeing in Nigeria, that is Dangote. Him being one of the people who is cooperating, with financial crime agencies, and he has been accused of this. And apparently, is also the same person coming out, who wants to help Nigeria in terms of economic stability. But we're talking about a privatized company, which they're saying this is going to help the country, or the game change, change the game in the country. But at the end of the day, I see this is nothing but just another scam, and there's nothing else. And our biggest discussion all day, our guys will be able to dive in the conversation as you let me know what are your thoughts regarding to the music. This is Nabite by the one and only Otile Brown, one of my favorites. Enjoy Jada Kingdom win, and I hope you guys are winning in every level of your life, and that is just what I wish for all of you. Karibuni sana once again. I'll be coming back with the quote of the day. Yes, and my quote of the day today says, it's Wednesday, I'm breathing, and that's enough for me. That's enough motivation for me. I mean, so long as you have health, what else are you looking for? What else do you need? You're healthy and breathing, man. You should be grateful. Yes, Ottilia Brown with Nabite, and of course, Karibuni sana once again to the Wednesday lockdown session, and I go by the name JOBY. It is exactly 15 minutes past the top of the hour, right here in the 254. I don't know what's the time on your end, but Karibuni sana to everyone with me on Facebook, on YouTube, Twitter, and everyone with me on the radio station, on Spreaker, those who catch the shows on Spotify, and also those who get to enjoy the shows on the show page. Because remember, that we've been telling you guys that every show we shall be airing it, if not on YouTube, way so that it can be easy for us to further much more of the discussions. But straight to the matters of the day, I want to start with what is happening in Zambia. And I discussed this on Monday, and my internet was super pathetic. I couldn't be able to share my thoughts regarding the issue that is happening in Zambia. So we had the WHO coming out, and of course saying, saying that they want to help in the situation that has been happening. And this is the outbreak of cholera, which actually right now has left a lot of people dead and a lot of people also hospitalized. And they're saying this is actually the worst outbreak since 1977. I read that, and it is super crazy. The issue of cholera will never end in Africa. And I'm not surprised. It's give me like a certain a caution as when I went live. So I'll check on the next show what is really happening. But on the page on StreamYard, the website page, I'm live. It's not reflecting on the show page right now, but we'll be able to check that on the next show. But back to Zambia. Of course, we've been having the outbreak of cholera, and I'm saying the issue of cholera is not going to end in Africa anytime soon. It's going to take time. And the main reason why is, like right now, we're having heavy rains, which our climate is very unpredictable. In different parts of Africa, we're facing different climate changes. And like I say, like in places like Nairobi, DRC, Congo, I don't know about Zambia very well right now, but these are some of the countries that were also mentioned this year are going to face a massive climate change. But is climate change literally the main reason why cholera is not ending? No. The main reason why cholera will never be an outbreak or lack to be an outbreak in Africa is because they don't want even to curb the situations which cause cholera. One of it being proper water because we know most of the sources of our pipe water because this is most of the poverty porn image used when it comes from Kenya of how the cartels, corruption has been able to literally, even in terms of electricity, I think I shared that, how they are able to, supply electricity, and we have cartels who work through this and all that. It's just super crazy. So my own reasoning or my thought why cholera will never end in the African continent, and I'm certain you're gonna hear right now it's the Zambia, next you're gonna hear probably Zimbabwe, especially when we're having floods, because our water sources or the streams of our water are very dirty. We do not even have maintenance of the water pipes that literally where we get our water from, or where the tap water is literally, But let me read what we have. I see that right now we have officials from Zambia who are convincing people to take the vaccine, and we know what this is all about, especially the WHO included. So I'll just read the highlight of it, and I hope African people right now are well aware of what all this has been, what this agenda is all about, and where we need to literally push for true leadership a leadership that is going to make things work, not us depending on the WHO, these fake organizations back and forth, while millions of people keep on dying. So they're saying that the 4 Zambian government ministers have taken the cholera vaccine as efforts to curb the spread of the disease intensify, and led by the health minister Sylvia. The 4 took the oral vaccine in George Township, and that is in the capital of Lusaka after the World Health Organization donated 1.7 million doses. Now, pause there. We spoke about where we saw Uganda throwing away 7 million US dollars worth COVID-19 vaccines. And we know so many African countries did receive this help by the WHO or whoever was funding all this. Now, our African country, none of us, especially the citizens, even our idea, where we're literally going under, or rather facing economic collapses because of this kind of situations. You get all this amount of, donations, but you're going to pay in their currency, which leaves you in a very devastated place and with no help that has literally helped the situation in your country. So who is to blame at this point? The same leaders who have failed to ensure the country is working correctly, ensuring we have water, proper sanitation, instead of waiting for Mr. Beast to come and help us, going to rivers fetching water, maintaining the water pipes, and providing a good, and I'm not saying just a good water drainage. We need to stop having all this flood that we've been facing in Africa. Karibu sana, Keith.
Santi
I don't know
Sana,
if you can
Joby, how
hear
are
me.
you?
Karibu
I
sana.
hear you. Santi Sana, Joby, how are you? Your internet is bad. Can you hear me?
I'm good.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm
yeah,
good.
yeah. I'm all right. I figured out why you're not live, Joby, because you pushed StreamYard twice. I mean, you pushed Rumble twice. So I tried to switch it over but I don't think it's gonna work because you're already live. I went back in and tried to fix it, but it's all right.
Oh.
you put the same one up. You put J twice, but that's all right. You just,
No,
yeah, you put,
because we have
like,
I have 3 StreamYards open, so
I know. You had clicked the wrong one. I tried to go back and change it, but I don't think you can change it while you're live. I went back and put it under the B, but I don't think it. I did, but but I don't think it works. I don't think it goes live after you. I don't think you can switch it while you're live. So I tried to do it, but I don't think it'll work. But yeah, that's what happened. You had clicked the wrong button, so I went in and clicked it back over to B. But anyway, reason why Antony Blinken is in Rwanda because South Africa has now told Kagame and Museveni that they're coming in. They need to bring Angola because I know they've already told Kagame, you better get out of Eastern Congo. So the South African troops the South Africans are going to move in now, and they're going to break the back of Museveni and Kagame because they don't really have any real military. And so they already told the East African community, which is a farce, to get the hell out. So it's going to be South Africa with Tanzania. See, Tanzania, if you guys don't know, Tanzania was one of the main countries that got most of the other Southern African countries free, besides Angola. And the ones that were helping Mozambique, Zambia, Zimbabwe. So along with that force is going to be Tanzania that sits on the border of Rwanda. So I'm sure Kagame's now going to be given the riot act. We're going to invade you, nigga. And we're going to overthrow your stupid ass. You're Museveni. We're going to invade you niggas and get rid of you. White man ain't going to be able to help you. Sure, that's been told behind the scenes.
Easy, but I don't know if you can come on TikTok. My internet is really, really bad. Maybe you can just join me on TikTok instead.
All right.
I don't know if you can join me on TikTok. My internet is really bad. You're breaking, and I'm not sure if my message is even being passed very clearly. But I'm certain Keith just came here to stop me to talk about the BACCIN. But I'm just saying before we continue, I know why he did that. I know I did that. But before we continue, I'm saying that this issue of cholera is not going to end. And the only solution and the only way we can curb this, and I want people from TikTok to also help me figure this out. Like, what do you think we can literally do? Or what would you suggest African leaders should do? Or if we had true leadership, what should it do to ensure the issues of cholera or outbreak of cholera is not anything we should be talking about anymore? Because personally, I don't want to see the WHO coming here to help Africans. Africans need to solve their own problems, and I'm letting you in, kids, just a minute. The only way we can do this is first ensuring we have proper water drainage. Because say ukiangalia places like Nairobi, Nigeria, drinking water source. What do you expect to do? What do you expect them to do? What do you expect to get clean water? We need to have proper water drainage regularly, every single time. They should be cleaned so we can be able to lower down these outbreaks of cholera itself. But shout out to DJ James Bond, Karibu Sana. Let me allow Keith right here on TikTok. But of course, as we get into different matters, I want us to talk about Nigeria before we get into the Kagame issue. And this is about the Africa's biggest oil refinery that is supposed to start in Nigeria with the aim of reducing the needs for imports. And my number one question is, and I remember from the was she Japanese or Korean? The Japanese woman who said, we steal oil from Nigeria, we refine it, and we sell it back to them. So from that angle, I want to understand, even before reading the article, Nigeria is trying to take a pool of people, telling them that this is going.
They give them their own oil from Nigeria. They refine them and sell it back.
It is
That's
crazy.
how it's relaxed.
It is great. And it's
Don't blame us. Don't blame us. Don't blame us. It's stupid. You know, we don't have any resources. That's how we make money. We have no resources. So
it is something to laugh about, even if it were me. I'd laugh about it because the country is it's filled with jokes of leaders, jokers who are leaders, jokers who are, I don't know, every sort of thing. And the worst part of it is to see that Dangote, the richest man from Nigeria, and they say in Africa, I'm not certain how true the fact is or are, and you know this is out of stolen wealth.
But he has no power. He has no, he's a joke. He's a clown. The government. So that he's a puppet. So,
he has no power. But
shut the fuck up.
But now you can see there's an article released that was on 7th of this month, where it says Dangote Group has expressed readiness to assist Nigeria Economic and Financial Crime Commission in its investigations following the commission's visit to the company headquarters that was on January 4th. And the group said it was cooperating with the commission, which is investigating the possible misuse for foreign exchange from the central bank, which we know Nigeria does not even control or own.
That's good. He has more power than the Rothschilds. Old shit. Oh, the Rothschilds own Shell
Yep.
Oil. They own Nigeria. Own the Central Bank of Nigeria.
The same
Own
people.
The Rothschilds. They give a damn about that cocaine.
They don't. The thing, and I think they don't, and I think this is understanding politics right now. I feel like this is all just just a talk for the Nigerian citizens to think that this guy is literally doing something for the country. The same way they use the opposition. I feel like Dangote, I'm not sure of his wealth, where it's sourced out from, but I feel like he's also he could be another political ally who is being used to make Nigerians think that, since he's wealthy, and which is out of stolen money from the country as well, because he's working with these politicians, starting from Buhari, Tinubu right now, all this is moving because he's cooperating with them. So this is just actually some words to keep us, gaslighted that, finally Dangote, the richest man, is trying to do something for the people. What about Burna Boy? Why won't he collaborate with Burna Boy? Why does he have to collaborate with Central Bank, which we know that Africa does not even control, no matter where it is set up? Why won't you collaborate with Wizkid? Why won't you use your own?
Like most of the Kenyans, shout to Kenya, crazy ass, the Kenya Central Bank was owned by the Rothschilds. Shout to her crazy.
Man, always someone with the biggest butt. Always. Always.
See, now you got to understand, you're exactly right. Most Africans are not knowledge boys you are now. So what you said, they don't see the scam that you just now see. What you said back then, back COVID really controlled the opposition. They always make a couple African rich covered real people.
True.
So they have it. Yeah, COVID tell me that, but why?
Nothing. I think, or the Elon Musk of Africa, who's just funded,
Loving on Elon Musk, all of them. See, in America right now, we're under deep freeze, right? I tried to change the electric car bullshit, baloney. It's useless technology that the white man wants to force other people to get their power. Can't fall. It's gonna happen. So we see now in America, all these worthless ass Teslas, nobody wants them. Because you had a deep freeze, imagine coldest day of the year so far. Cars don't work. People breathe in the cars. They can't charge them because the charging stations are all frozen. And they got many companies want to sell all of them back, give them away. Take these damn Teslas, try to give away the cheap prices. They don't want them. They want to go back to gas cars because the electric car is a scam. Winter storm. People are complaining about the Tesla. My God, it's working. I told them that you're going to freeze to death. Tesla. Shit don't work.
let me see. They're saying that furious Tesla owners share videos of their cars failing to work in harsh winter snowstorms as Arctic temperatures freeze doors shut. Furious Tesla owners have complained about being locked out of their car after the doors handles froze shut during a massive winter storm. God damn. And it's an electric car. It's supposed to happen. Like, if it's electric, it's supposed to be. What? Oh man.
lady on her show that day, hey, you don't know nothing about the technology and the scam and the hustle. No. So they get any Negro to sell it. And they don't know nothing about technology. They just sell it. I got a job. I just made it.
Sure.
They stink.
And that shows how clearly when you say this is taking control of people and people's property, and that is one of the way, and people should be very alarmed like that. You know, if it's freezing outside in an electrical car, it should easily actually unlock itself. You know, I should not be. You know, why am I locked outside? Why can't I get in my car? Nah, people need to be very, very. I see people, you know, embracing this, saying that this is, we're not gonna stop. This is gonna be unstoppable, but we need to stop this.
They just believe what they're told. And you know, told is true.
Man, it's crazy. It is crazy. Because again, when you refer to the movie, you are telling me to watch. You told us to watch Leaving the World Behind. It shows very well, you know, how if you are definitely I'm gone. I'm gonna be in Indian Ocean somewhere eaten by the sharks and forgot. As they have no look. This actually it makes sense when they say it's straight. It's all created out of nothing. They have a mission behind everything they come up with. Have a mission behind everything. But should not take and fire says Kid sounds like he's in a hole 1 mile away. He's on TikTok, and that's why I think his voice sounds like that. Rather, it's far from your end. But I hope you can hear him. We're talking about what is happening in Nigeria, where we see Dangote, the richest man in Nigeria, who's saying that he wants to solve the economic crisis in Nigeria. They also added in a statement by the manufacturing conglomerate, it received a letter from the anti-graft agency that was in December 6th, and the letter, which was reportedly sent to the conglomerate, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, is said to have requested the details for every foreign exchange allocated by the Central Bank of Nigeria from 2014 till date. It's not supposed to be from 2014. From the beginning, the Central Bank was set in Nigeria. This just something, but something that I'm worried about is where they're saying that now the Africa biggest oil refinery is going to start its production in Nigeria. How is Nigeria going to benefit from this while this is a fast private-owned oil refinery project that is being set up? How is Nigeria going to benefit from that?
Remember, Orange that they have a private public partnership. Like destroyed. That's why they're trying to get the water in Africa. That makes you pay. Africa's already, the people already don't have any money. How they gonna now be charged for the own water? Instead of all scam, take over the world's resources and have to pay for resources that are already free to you. Never do that. That's what South Americans understand and finally that they've been lied, stolen from. It's all scammed by these people to dominate, to take over the planet, and to have you pay for shit that's supposed to be free. They always bad leadership. Bad leadership. They do it on purpose. They put your puppets in so they can fuck up the shit to make it don't work. That's why. Y'all, let's come on this private partnership.
I was reading an article.
solar and windmill shut down that no power, load shit, and none of that shit works. While the Europeans are buying up African resources of gold so they can hit themselves and give you a bridge to nowhere. Hey, let's all go with windmills and solar panels. That means you'll never produce anything. And you'll never become a production country. That's how you get out of poverty. Must produce, not consume. They make Africa just what consumption. Lower your when they lower your they devalue the currency, then you buy all the crap that they produce. It don't come from you. Because you didn't produce it, you send it to them, they produce it, charge you these high ass prices to buy back the shit that came out of your ground. And then tell you, oh, you can't get them, but you can't produce it. We must do the Green New Deal. We must get carbon credits. And we'll pay so you don't ever develop. I don't remember that's mine. You see that? That's what you gotta go.
Yeah.
Nobody. The dirty secret African means nobody. Nobody. Anybody. Everything that produces on the planet comes out of Africa. All the food and the world, Africa feeds the world.
Yep.
So why is food insecurity in Africa?
But it's sad. Do you remember a video I shared some time back when we had I think it was Russia or Ukraine sending its grains here. It was Russia sending its grains to Kenya. Then I shared a video where we had Kenyans saying Russia can feed the whole world. So this is something amazing, you know. This is something positive.
That's the ignorance and that's the self. It's not really self-hate. It's the self that it's a lack of confidence being colonized. Think about Russia. You got the best soil. Russian soil is elite. The soil in Russia is soil means it's not good. It can feed people, but is it the best soil? No, it's frozen most of the damn time. Best soil is in Africa, where you don't have snow and shit. Shit ain't frozen. So it means the best nutrients in the soil, where's Africa? So you being a moron, Hey, moron. Hey, moron. Do you know that your soil has more nutrients in it? To grow food, it's about nutrients. It's about what nutrition you give to the body. So you have the best soil. You can grow wheat and grain in Africa. You have the best soil on the planet. You don't have to always be a slave. Everybody,
Excuse me.
moron.
And these I think Africans have become ignorant to the point where, and shout out to, I think it was Ikan again or Danny Harrison or 10 Speed, someone among you was saying this week when we were discussing this, where we have so many what is it called? So many disease centers that have been set in Africa. But aside from that, we saw in that video where we had some Africans in Zambia. It was, I think, in Zambia or Zimbabwe, being taught by Mzungus how to farm. So when you speak of the ignorance, it starts from that level. To what point are you being taught as an African how to farm?
Farming, so just for the record, came from Africa, and African people teach the rest of the world how to farm.
Exactly.
And now, coming back how to farm, just do colonization, you have been a moron. Can you imagine that?
Nah.
How crazy is that?
I can't imagine it because it's crazy. I don't even want to imagine because it is crazy. From the moment I ever saw that video, I was just like, saying, shout out to Poliabra, shout out to Patrick, shout out to Anthony, James, karibuni sana to today's conversation. It is super, super insane. But I bet in this situation, Nigeria is not going to benefit from it. So if Nigerians are happy that the economy is going to get any better with a private-owned company, which is supposed to be the biggest.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
what most of the money.
Mm-hmm.
So even though they're not getting fine, it won't be like Saudi Arabia when you got everybody like 5 cents. So
Okay.
How much? How much do citizens pay for petrol in Saudi Arabia? Let's see.
We saw that it was 0 point something.
It's nothing.
Yeah,
So,
nothing.
so Nigeria being all giant like Saudi Arabia, those people in Nigeria Joe, is supposed to be playing zero. But since they got such bad leadership on purpose, such puppets on purpose, all that money goes back to the Rothschild family and the Europeans. You get it? Because these Negroes are butt broken, back broken morons.
Mm-hmm.
Don't care about the cut, Joe. A little bit of money. It should be zero, Joe.
Okay. Nigeria also says that was in October 2022. The average price of gasoline in Nigeria was $0.44 US, so almost to nothing as well. That was in 2022, but I don't believe it. Could it be possible?
I don't believe it because I don't believe that because you see all these Nigerians riding about the price of gas.
Mm-hmm.
About the price of petrol. Refined. Remember they were we can't afford to remember. Remember, you were changing the show that Nigeria was going to stop the work because people couldn't afford the gas to go to work.
Yep.
So it can't be no 40-something cent on a dollar. That's a lie.
It
That
is.
can't be correct.
It is not. Mm-hmm. I see another article which says the price of premium motor, whatever, otherwise known as petroleum, increased year on year. By per liter, it went on increasing. So by 2023 September, it was high. Yeah, it was high, but they're not giving me like the currency, but it was high. Mm-hmm.
Work, people can't afford to drive or catch the bus or
Yeah.
get back and forth to work because the petrol too high.
Mm-hmm. It is
They
crazy.
produce their own petrol. Unless you know that
But
the country, it doesn't run right. It's so corrupt.
True.
It's so messed up.
Mm-hmm. This takes us back to the Shell, because again, I was saying when I was giving a highlight of this, it takes us back to Shell, how it took over the Nigeria oil production, how they destroyed so many witnesses who saw this happen, killed a lot of people.
Let's look at this, Joey. Who owns Shell oil? Let's look that up. Who owns what major stockholders own Shell? Because you know they hide down these private equity firms like a BlackRock, Vanguard, which they own that too.
They're saying that a Shell oil company, major U.S. oil company that is principal American subsidiary of Royal Dutch Shell PLC, is a giant oil company head.
The Royal Dutch King of the Netherlands, the Royals. And the Royals bought up by the Rothschild. Rothschild own that thing. It ain't no U.S. company. I know the U.S. company see Royal Dutch. The Dutch ain't in America. Dutch are the Netherlands. That's the Royal family. Like British Petroleum was owned by the Royals of Britain. British Royal family. These corrupt bastards own these oil companies. So they're the ones who been doing to make sure they kept their stealing. Remember, Nigeria was created as a corporation. When they made them as a country, when they supposed to be a country, Nigeria, they said, listen here, we're going to put this group of these Negroes together where the money's at. We're going to make a big country. It's a fact. Nigeria, it's a fact. They didn't know their history. They started learning. No, we weren't even supposed to be a country. The British and the Dutch set us up as a big country. That's right. That's right. That's right.
This makes me laugh more about Nigeria. Goddamn. You're not even set up as a country. You are set up as a what?
Yeah. Okay. Let's ask Google this. Say, was Nigeria actually set up as a company and not a country? Yes.
What?
I told you when they went to Africa, they said the place is well. We're going to have to set up a place in the steel. That's why I'm not
They're saying that we argue that the British colonists did not convince or organize Nigeria as a nation. Rather, it was administered as a business enterprise in which Crown depended on companies.
I wasn't sending you Negroes as no country. I was sending them as a business. I'm stealing from you niggas.
I mean, this explains why this country is so poor. I mean, this explains so well. This is so self-explanatory why we have it is yet the biggest population in Africa, has the biggest population in Africa, but still most of the people are in poverty, just sinking in poverty, because it's not a country set to develop in any way. And I believe, actually, sorry to say, I don't think even any of these African countries, most of them, if they were set up as a country, they don't work like so. They work like companies. God damn. Yo, this is so crazy. This is so crazy. This, because if you talk about Nigeria, talk about Kenya, we talk about, I think, also South Africa. I think South Africa also is another country. But we know so far we have 4 jumps off of the rest of the African countries: Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, and South Africa. But still, when you look at how we operate our missions, our growth, our development, it's all built under IMF, the World Bank, the Central Bank. We're all going through the same thing. The same thing. Oh my God. So we're all just companies, not countries. Until we fight and act like so, we're companies.
You're beautiful, black
I think we have someone who wants to join us. I don't know if Bobby Music, what you want to say, but let me know if you are understanding the conversation we're talking about here. But let me go to the comments right here on TikTok. I see we have Anthony.
But Trump is going to drop taxes to the wealthy just yeah. Good luck with that. He can never do it when they Trump nonsense. Trump is just Biden is a complete moron. But understand, Trump is controlled by the same side who run Biden. It's the same phone. It's the cookie theater. So these other morons on the right believe Trump is going to do something. Trump didn't do shit when they shoot at him. He's not going to do that. He's dying. Controlled by the same people that run these banks. So these criminals that run these banks.
Yep.
But people have to believe America never been fucked up racist slave. That's the fifth it started. Then Trump it started. People think Trump about illegal aliens, blood the border. No. Why did he get it out of the UN? I'm going to bring it back. Why did he check it out of the UN? Why did he get rid of the Central Bank of America? The Federal Reserve Bank. Why did that gone? If Trump is going to be the hero, he's going to drain the swamp. When Trump is the swamp. So the poor is going to pay more for everything. Yeah, that's the thing. So all the stand. You got nobody. Trump is Biden that they don't want Trump in right now. Trump is going to say no to some of the wars they want, but why do you think? Let's have a serious conversation. You're a good white man. Why do you think Trump moved why do you think Trump moved the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem when the Arabs told him we don't want that to happen? The Zionists want that to happen. Why did we move after 75 years of this brutal takeover in Palestine? Why did we move the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem? Oh, because the Jewish Zionist handlers told us that. See, who did that? He wants control. Wants control of what? I'm asking you. Why has he got the little small hat? on his head, going over to the wall, and do the Why did he do that? I'm asking you about why did they move? We're going to divide you. They're going to do all your Trump loving nonsense. Why did he move the American embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem? See, I'm going to hurt your feelings because you think Trump is your savior. Trump is buying the votes right. Everybody running for president of America is all about paper. You got people talking about Bobby Kennedy over there. Yes, indeed. Jonathan Kennedy, got his head blown up. The whole Kennedy family's already been bought and paid off by the Rothschild. Remember, they were part of the damn elite. Their whole family been bought off. So when they went out the reservation, they were going to get their heads blown off. See, John went out the reservation doing stuff he wasn't supposed to be doing. He said, you're going to get rid of that bank, get rid of the CIA. I said, no, you won't. So his whole family went back to be under control. So that's why another family. So don't think, what do you see from Robert F. Kennedy Jr.? Same old Zionist nonsense. You don't want to make this a genocide after Palestine. They got told, don't give me nothing about no Jesuits, nothing about no dumb Illuminati, nothing about no dumbass Bilderbergers, but they part of it. That's the Royal Dutch family own shell. Don't give me that about no damn what's the other fake thing? Oh, the Brotherhood, the Freemason nonsense. One people you can't talk about, you know who they are. Cats with the small hats. We know. So it's the Jesuits that run the it's the Illuminati. It's the Freemason stuff. We know run the bank and the people that we can't talk about. And we gotta be told that's the only people you can't talk about. When you start talking about them,
You're anti-Semitic.
Money in the day.
You're anti-Semitic. You're anti-Semitic if you talk about them,
Yeah, for people who are not allowed to get a DNA test.
It is crazy. But anyway, let me dive into straight to the main conversation of the day. But I see Polyamorous. Thank you for the compliments. I appreciate it. And also to Antony. Polyamorous says, stop acting like any countries are functioning for their citizens. Like we said, none of them are. We just figured that out because I thought for me, maybe yes, Nigeria was the only country set up as a company. Yep.
But Africans pretend they don't live as a company for European domination, domination. As country. Most Africans don't know that their country are not country. They don't know that. The country was built and designed. They got no clue. They think these presidents are real leaders.
And I think it's evident now when our president told us this company has its owners, shareholders, stakeholders. I mean, this is so evident now, and we've been told the truth.
That's more around the told, when they sit that down. So we're gonna make you president together.
And it's just a fact.
But the white man comes first. That's stakeholders, shareholders. That's
So they are the owners. The white people are the owners. But Ikan Fire says, I said that America has a lot of dangerous disease centers in Africa and is unleashing them on us when they feel like, i.e., that is Ebola. That is true. And I said one of them, you remember us discussing one of them is in Zimbabwe. We have one in Zimbabwe. We have another one in Cape Verde. We have another one in South Africa. I'm not sure if it's Johannesburg where it is centered, but we have so many being set there. And this is all backed up by Bill Gates, the funded coon, also. So it is super, super crazy. It is just up to us for us as Africans to learn the truth and stop being ignorant, because our ignorance is costing us lives. And like we were saying yesterday, until we realize Africa, the rest of the world is literally fighting against us, not for us, then that's when we're going to wake up. Because we think the rest of the world is fighting for us, but you're the only people who are fighting for the rest of the world, who are always demonstrating, protesting about Palestine, Israel, and all that nonsense. But when you talk about Congo, these are discussion that is shut down very quickly and people forget very easily. You know, the rest of the world is on a war. I remember what kids said, you know, is on a war to attack us. You know?
Don't tell the truth to me. I got this thing about my phone. I want you guys to rationalize this, okay? But South Africa is doing this good, right?
Yep.
But what South Africa
Done.
the criminal court of justice
For Congo.
to fight for other Africans?
Never.
What if they took the Arabs to court for slavery, which is a war crime and an international crime against humanity? All
Never.
the Arab countries from Africa say have that. South Africa, which is the criminal court of justice, say, hey, we charge Morocco, Libya, Algeria, Tunisia, Saudi Arabia, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, any of these countries with unhumane treatment to African people. Have they done that?
Nope.
But they're also, the problem with black people always fight for their master, never for their own benefit of African people.
True.
So you never see something, it's like they're doing this, but you never see the Arabs reciprocate
The same.
in African people because they've always been our historical enemies. So they'll say, yeah, you get shout to South Africa. Shout out. Damn, genocide against their own people. So, but they then strangle to us, you know, where are the Arabs not on what's happening in the Congo?
Never.
Now, don't hold your breath. You're never going to see. So they were trying to recognize Jerusalem as the capital. Why? Why would you try to recognize Jerusalem as the capital? Because the Zionists told it that. That's why. When it's been in Tel Aviv for 75 years. It's only represent the Arab told you not to do it. Only the Zionists said you want it done. Who was the man to do it? You're Trump. So don't think Trump is fighting for your white ass. Fight for the Zionists. He betrayed you white people just as bad. And that's going to be the funny part about it when y'all you niggas nuts found out that Trump is really for the Zionists. It's not for your ass. We think gave Trump all along. Trump is a terrible businessman. We're going to give him some real honest feelings. Now, Trump, that being a racist bastard that he was, all that money, his wealth was stolen. And also doing a lot of price wigging in New York, right? But shout out to him. A lot of racist shit made him wealthy. He passed his wealth on to his son with the silver dollar. And remember, Donald's brother killed himself because he wasn't sure who was going to share the inheritance. But this is kind of blah. I'll leave that alone. Right? I don't got enough evidence whether Donald had his brother murdered or not for the inheritance. But let's say that he gave the wealth. Now, Donald Trump never built shit. This the big illusion that we go when Trump is a millionaire. He's not. The money that Trump had given to him by no good crooked daddy. Everything Trump did was bankrupt. Pull this up for me, Joe. Let's give Antony the facts. How many bankruptcies has Trump had? And Donald Trump, how many bankruptcies has Donald? Now, Donald Trump has never built anything to success. Everything's been bankruptcy. Now, who are the bankers that gave him money? Oh, the Rothschild banks again. Just with the small ag. Right, think about Tel Aviv, Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. I'm hurt to feel it. I have no dog in this fight. I'm going to give you the truth, man. It's going to hurt. How many bankruptcies has this moron, has this millionaire, this mega businessman?
Let's see.
Moron. Everything he does, everything he builds, turns.
So it's the first one as Trump declared he has 4 to 6 bankruptcy. Let me see. Yeah.
So business always fail. Always. Here's the thing that you need to know. But you're begging that belief gonna make America great again. The most vile, the most hated country on the planet, causing wars everywhere. Slavery. The first original sin was the slavery. Build a country on the backs of black people.
Excuse me.
Becoming wealthy off the backs of black people. Have you compensated black people for your crimes against humanity? Oh no, it wasn't me. It was my family now, hundreds of years ago. I can't do that. It was my family that are responsible. Okay. We always say that nonsense about your family. Get it? You didn't do it. What about Jim Crow? What about segregation? That's in your lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
What about debt for that? Oh, okay. Shit. What? So Trump had all the banks that gave the money to get out of bankruptcy. Oh, they people that told his punk ass to move that embassy in Israel, Tel Aviv, to Jerusalem. Those people. But I think that Trump is going to drain the swamp. And she like a smart guy. I want to try to get moron, but she's a moron. These are the facts. You got a moron, you got love, you got bad love. But love is supposed to be rational. But you imagine that you got bad love. Donald Trump is going to do something for you when he's not. He's not. It's kabuki TV you're looking at. Now, at the end of the day, they really want Donald Trump back in this. At the end of the day, not really. That's why they're doing all this hate. Now, I will admit they're doing hate and stuff to him, but I think that's all theater. You build that all you do. Rebuild, that's all he do.
Rebuild what?
What does he rebuild?
Exactly.
How does he rebuild if he's going bankrupt?
Rebuild what?
How does he rebuild if he go bankrupt all the time? I want you to see your psychosis. I love the conversation. I'm going to be respectful to you. So you say, how can you rebuild anything? It's always not the bankruptcy. See, the thing with Trump, you can't start out with money, lose the money, and then say you build shit. His daddy gave him money. His daddy built off the backs of racism. Start from the beginning. Okay, I'm still asking you. What has Trump done in the beginning? Okay? That's what I'm asking you, Anthony. Now, we know Joe Biden is a geriatric, brain dead, moron. We get that. We know he's control. But I'm trying to tell you the thing.
Said new
Okay, tell
ideas.
me what deal that Trump is bringing. Because everybody that has is a bankruptcy. The lie that Donald Trump is a billionaire, he's a lie. You know, this is called propaganda. That's why he has no game show, because he was broke. That's why what's it called? What's that Trump game show called? You are fired. What's that called? Something. Whatever that could be. Whatever that could be game. Billionaires don't go on TV and they don't have TV. Don't go. What was the name? You're fired. Whatever that could be show. That shit was on like 10 years or something.
The appretense.
Yeah.
Appetites.
That's right. The apprentice. He was teaching people how to go into business. Then when he gets back, he come there. You're fired. That became a catchphrase. Oh, no, come here. Go to YouTube real quick. Episode of Print where Trump tells people to buy. You're fired. Most of you were going to Trump to learn business. And when you did work out right, you go to Trump and say, "Show me you did all right, but you didn't complete your task, and you're fired." That was the show, bro. You're fired, Joey. Yeah,
It's the benchmark for success. Believe me. My name is Donald Trump, and I'm the largest developer in New York. I even have a television show. I thrive on energy.
The biggest developer in the new. You said what? But you have a TV show. You have the.
This isn't the game. I'm not playing games. Who will succeed? Who will fail? And who will be the apprentice? Welcome to New York. Good morning. Before we get started, okay, let's get started. The toy industry, $1 billion. Each team will develop a brand new toy from Mattel in the world. Okay, I have a very expectation. Wouldn't you think that men would have the advantage in coming with the toy?
And see what it is. It looks interesting. I love Trump's. He has a very funny big mouth. You know, he has a funny big mouth, type of big mouth. But
what kind of toy is it? It's a toy you made. It's not gonna pass.
I mean, that's how he talks just in reality. So I tend to disagree with Anthony with all that, aggressiveness. He believes in opportunities. Hell no, I don't think so, man. I don't think Trump believes in any opportunities. Opportunities to make you go poor. I don't see any opportunity with him. But I see this Jewel Karibu Sana in the building on YouTube says, don't forget the heinous act of Belgium against the Congolese people. In the early 20th century, they are in the process of instigated mass Africa swap. Africa without the indigenous Africans wake up. It is crazy. And I also see is Javier Smith, Karibu Sana. Yes, it is the applicants. Thank you so much for helping us out. And Sister Jewel also says Neanderthal man desire Africans without Black African for their mineral wealth. Caucasians, Europe has no wealth. The seas are polluted, barren, and empty. Europe's soil is heavy, polluted, and poor, and full of people's blood, that they have genocided, killed, and a lot of things. But as we get closer to winding up, let me just read what is happening with Kagame's visit to see Antony Blinken. And they're saying that the U.S. Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, met him with the Rwandan President Paul Kagame on the sidelines of the World Economic Forum in Davos on Tuesday. Blinken said that the U.S. was
Evil World Economic
Forum.
With Klaus Schwab and the Bush. Donald Trump supposed to fight, which Antony believed he does was the lie. Blinken the cat with a small hat. So right now you got to start listening to about the cat with a small hat. But he's trying to say Kagame and Museveni alone have been allowed to go into the Congo and steal on behalf of the Americans and the British and the French. The European power was really banking. So South Africa, and along with Tanzania, are going to try to put a stop to genocide. But genocide is never put up on the small hands TV. But genocide, whether what about Moron saying, Elon Musk not change size. It's called Bookie Theater. Because you got the crazy left-wing morons going against the crazy right-wing morons. Believe there's a difference, but they both control opposition. So Elon Musk is not just saying Twitter. You can't go on Twitter and say what you want to still censor. Oh, man, so much what right now. Elon Musk criminal charges filed against humanity for what's going on in the Congo, taking up his lithium battery. He went car.
But they
This is a psychopath. This is psychopathy of the West. The complete psychopathy. Oh, Elon Musk, let me think of your things on Twitter, but he's a whole psychopath.
So this is what they add. They're saying that Blinken said that the U.S. was committed to supporting efforts towards a peaceful resolution of differences between Rwanda and Congo, avoiding conflicts in the eastern DRC. And this is what I quote what he says.
They don't want to get done. You broke. You got it. Rwanda, number one cobalt producer in the world.
Stolen.
But they don't have no cobalt. There's no cobalt in Rwanda.
Stolen
But
resources.
he tells you he's not in the Congo killing trophy. He's not there. And where's the cobalt coming for you? Grimy ass, skinny bastard.
It's children doing this. That's even the crazy part, man. It's children who have to sacrifice their lives. And I'm still shocked with the level of literacy in Congo with all this distraction. It's still, it's crazy. You know how people are so smart and very well educated with all this distraction. It is super, super crazy. But he says that we are very much appreciative the work that's seen before, that's been done, especially over the last couple of months of your leadership in trying to find positive, peaceful way forward. Kagame has not been trying to look for any positive, peaceful. He's been in denial of everything with the videos I've watched.
It's all baloney. It's all baloney for now coming out. About Kagame, no good. See, that's cold. You only say all this fake nonsense because Kagame is down here about him and old backward ass bumbling the cold as the puppets they are going to the Congo and these people are the British and the French. He's now called out. And the other Africans are once again saying, we're going to come and overthrow you. The days of Jesus coming to the Congo unaliving our people
Are over.
we're not going to tolerate. Now you got Tanzania, even that puppet there. So obviously somebody, the milkman told her ass, and we're not going to keep tolerating. We're not going to keep tolerating these because Tanzania borders the Congo. So they've got family members in that country. Just like Kenya has family members in the Congo. Before the borders came, these are the same people. They're not going to sit by and let you continue to slaughter our people and nothing is done about it. You got me making my help out here. We need to more bitter on Africa. That was shit he's saying. In the 70s, slow Rwanda gas talking with all the goofy hats he got on. Got my goofy hat on.
Well, at the end of the
And if you guys don't know, I'm going to say this. The 70s, so right. So Uganda to complete ownership of Uganda's main airport.
Yep.
How did that happen?
That's
And only for $205 million. You know how cheap that is? They own your whole major airport for only $25 million alone that you stole and couldn't get back. It benefit the people, so it's all you corrupt bastards pocket. And your main you are a country. And your main airport you don't even own anymore in the capital. This is unforgivable. People overthrown for less. But you kept your people so backwards, so stupid, so moronic. They don't even know. This is treason against the Ugandan people. That their main airport in their capital is owned by foreigners. You can't make this up.
We can.
Chinese are being there. Welcome to Uganda.
We can make this up. We can make this up because we failed to take control of our resources. They have failed to take control of our resources. They have ensured. I mean, look at what Ruto is doing. That is perfect example how we have the IMF now owning our companies, state-owned companies, or taking away our companies, and the World Bank. I was shocked to read last week. Well, it did ties their water and electricity distribution. So like, I mean, where are we heading? The same people. The same people. So when you say back in the country, you say we can't add this, we can add this up because we have poor leadership, which has ensured they're not going to change the state of Africa, but to continue the same poor leadership by being ruled. Because it's funny how I was saying this. It's funny how we saw the Zimbabwe president some time back saying to Germany, you can't come and tell us that the West is better than the Chinese, blah, blah, blah. All of you come and invade in Africa how you want. It is true. But as you talk like that, because all these leaders have come forth, it's Kedi, Nana Akufo-Addo, Ruto, Uhuru Kenyatta, all of them calling out on our colonizers. Oh, you keep on coming here, you terrorize our people, you do this and this and this, but you still serve the same master. You still bow and worship the same person and take lectures from him. So what are you talking about? You know? That's true.
You know it's cat. It's nonsense.
That's what people need to get into their brains and need to understand that, because we need to stop listening to this, mumble talk of Antony, Blinken, Kagame. We need to find a better way. We've seen you're trying to move a positive way of peace and what? Peace and what? There's no peace in Congo. This guy is just maintaining peace in his country, but ensuring the Congolese people suffer. And it's not even he's silenced his people.
It's the court. He's a dictator. But see, but the image, that's why the image made got the white image. Everybody loved him. Oh, God, he's so good, such a great man. You don't know.
We had a concert. I think that was a few months ago, last year, and we had Kendrick Lamar coming to Congo. We had one of our very own socialite right here in the 254. She's also a radio presenter. She was also there on the same stage. And I was looking at her stories, and I saw one of the stories when Kagame passed across her, and she was like, this man is really a great man. I'm like, babes, do you know what you're talking about? Do you know the man you're really saying is a great man? Just because we can see the beauty is done for the country does not mean...
Let's talk about that. Yeah, they don't know that. You got... That's probably, I've got the course. They don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No, you won't see them. It is crazy. But anyway, we're coming to the end of today's show. I've taken so much time right here, but I've enjoyed it. It's been an amazing conversation. Thank you so much to everyone who has been with me today. I've had so many audience on TikTok who have been just sticking here. Shout out to you, Freedom Media Channel. Shout out to you, Anthony. I really appreciate. Bobby Music, asante sana. I thought you'd say what you wanted to say so that I can allow you on the live, but you didn't. Yeah, shout out to Laura. Thank you. Shout out to Laura. It's nice to see ladies tuning in and listening to this kind of conversations. It's really, really much needed because African women, we also need this. We highly need this information and knowledge. And also to the men, both genders. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Polyamara. Shout out to everyone. Darktooth. Everyone has been with me. Been so many of you, and I really appreciate it. Shout out to also Ikan Fire on YouTube. Javier Smith. I don't know which Javier is this, but I hope you know the Javier I'm thinking. But anyway, Karibu Sana, and also Jewel. Karibu Asante Sana, and thank you so much for tuning in. And to everyone who has been with us on the radio station as well, and on Rambo.
You guys can't help it. pretty face can have a big mind, huh?
We,
Girls with the pretty face and a big mind.
I mean, that's on period, and that's all you need. That's all you need. A pretty face and a very bright mind. You know, you don't need to be told, oh, you have a big type of ass for you to reason, you know. Shout out to Candy again and the rest. But anyway, much love. See you guys later on to Bonge Show, and have an amazing, beautiful evening or other morning. Nah, the last time I saw her when we was at her friends, and then she popped in. I don't know. I've never seen or heard from her, and I'm cool. I don't want to hear from nobody.
Yeah, but how long ago was that? That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was I think that was a long time ago. That was I can't remember specifically when, but that was quite a long time ago. Yeah, I think May there, June, April, April I guess, May.
That was like last year.
Yeah.
I think before May, whatever. She probably still crazy as hell, ain't she?
Man, I don't want to know shit. I don't want to know shit. You know, I'm good. I'm good.
Shout out to Katie Jupiter for her hand.
Man, shout out to them. Shout out to them. Peace, family.
Katie Jupiter for
Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you, Anthony, for the compliment. I saw your compliment and I appreciate it again. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And thank you for being with us. Kid, thank you for also tuning in and for being here to educate our brothers and sisters. Yeah.
About 10, she more minutes. Come back. Joy, I'm coming to know Katie for a little bit. If she say anything, what's up, man?
Much
Take
love.
care of yourself.
Period.
You